there's no one in this bit. Whole new location, on location for our Meditation Monday. I didn't really advertise it, to be honest, locally, so I don't think I'm going to have anyone come along, but I will be quite happy for people to sit and join our meditation. The first one I've said is free, and obviously this is donation based anyway, so if you feel called to share, to help me support my channel. And yesterday was our birthday. 6 years the channel has been running, so I want to say thank you to all those that supported me, my 11 people in the beginning with the first lots of Meditation Monday, those that have come for the Qigong, for the vlogs, and obviously we're evolving. This is me taking Meditation Monday out to in person and to see how things grow from here, or go from here. So yeah, let's get started. We're going to start with the meditation, as I think it's to see if anyone comes for the Qigong. I will do a separate class, which I'm hoping to do, but we'll start by meditating and pulling a card. But I just wanted to check in with you. It's Monday, it's the beginning of the week. What's your intention? And we will start by pulling a card. So let me pop this down. It's going to be best. Ooh, are you going to be able to see me? It's not too bad. Belly looks a bit. I even had a birthday cake that I got yesterday to celebrate our 6 years that I shared with my family. And let's do this. So, pull a card for the week ahead. To attune to the higher power of nature and the 5 elements. Makes sense that we would be outside. Might have to put my hair back up, actually. It's really quite warm. I wasn't sure how, so just bear with me. Obviously not at home, so I'm hoping the sound will be okay. But I really like this spot where I did the Qigong I did for the fundraiser. This oak tree. Yeah, oak. And there's loads of ladybirds. Anyway. So, what do we need to know for this week? Oh, that's beautiful. Metal Tiger. Release your attachments. So, for me, I mean, it's saying releasing attachments to the outcome of this. It's an experiment. I'm looking forward to playing around with it. I will still continue to do our meditations. I felt called to do it more publicly and to offer it to people. So there's an example of me on a personal level, but releasing our attachments to outcome feels relevant to this for all of us. The attachments to the outcome of what it is we're being called to do. Let go instead, because sometimes the journey is part of the destination, part of following that guidance. It's that sense of ability to learn to trust. This beautiful image of the white tiger there with the autumn. This reminds me of my little beautiful kitten that I have in my house at the moment. Her name is Autumn. And how we hold on to things. Autumn is about our grief. I'm going to actually take my shoes off as well. We will do some Qigong, I think. Make the most of this location. And get some grounding going on. So how we view things, the attachments to energies, the attachments to outcomes, the attachments to our experiences, even our grief. Autumn reminds us that the leaves of the tree, they shed, they go into the ground, they become the nutrients, they become the growth, they become our understanding. So where do you need to let go? Where do you need to let go of control, of what it is you want to do, what it is you are being called to do, expectations within, and remember, bearing in mind this is for us, our group, our channel, and collectively. I'm always asking on the collective. This is a point of when we're grieving, we want to hold on sometimes to our pain, but by holding on, and I was talking about this all the time, we're holding tightly, we can't be open and receptive to the new. We can't allow new information, we can't allow new experiences to come in. It doesn't mean that we let go. If you're talking about grief of a person, of a loved one, for example, you don't actually let go of them by letting go of your pain. In fact, you embrace being open to receiving the wisdom, because when we are in alignment, we are open to hearing from them, we're open to the messages from them. But when we're in our point of grief, in that lower, sort of denser energy, we can't hear them. And I remember this, and I'm going to give you a really personal example. When I lost my Mal, I could hear, because I obviously hear spirit, I could hear his energy saying, but I'm here, I'm here. But I was still in my pain, with my emotion, could feel his body. He got hit, and my neighbour had brought him in, and I was there grieving with the physical body, and I was trapped in the attachment to the physical energy of the body, the pain of loss, of not having him in my life with me, wanting to kind of hold him to me and hold that energy near me, when in actual fact that energy was becoming part of me. It was becoming the connection. It was already there. And it reminded me of, if any of you have ever read the Solomon books by Esther Hicks, there's a point in that where she loses Solomon, and actually he's saying, but I'm here, that was just the body, I needed a new one. It's like that essence of everything is always eternal. We are always eternal. And there's a sense of this as humans, we don't quite understand the soul being and that eternal, but if we think of it in terms of black and white, and actually when we're in terms of grey and energy, and death in particular, when I explained the loss of my mum to my children as their grandma, and I was saying, well, remember the candle doesn't magically disappear, it transforms into the flame. The energy is transformed through the wick, through the fire, into the fire of the flame. It transforms, and so do we when we transition. And that's what happened to grandma. She's now in a different format, and it's not the format that we knew. It's a different format, but you can still connect through your heart, through your high frequency, and that's what this is saying about the rainbow bridge, the grief and letting go, the lungs area as well. Metal, again, is about pulling out the impurities of the body, the physical impurities from the air, to make something. You're taking out stuff and then alchemizing. This is what we're talking about here. Alchemization. The rainbow, the autumn. So we're going to go with some movement actually, and we'll start with just a simple breath. And so that's the card for the week. So come to a nice seated position, something quite comfortable. And in being under a tree, trees are naturally aligned. Excuse the flicking over the camera, I'll try and tuck it behind. It might keep blowing out this cushion that I've got it leaned on. There we go. Maybe, is that better? And my little hair. So, just coming to a seated position that's comfortable for you. You don't have to be sitting cross-legged, I'm just sitting here. Take your shoulders relaxed and down, nice straight spine, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And just gentle breath in, gentle breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. Just taking your awareness to this now moment. Now, obviously being outside, there's lots more distractions going on. You can allow the totality of your senses to become what hones your focus. Someone that can get really distracted really easily. When I have my focus, I can really hone in with my breath. I allow the distraction to become the focus. in the totality of everything, of the wind, the way it feels on my face, of how my posture is, whether it's comfortable, whether it's uncomfortable. And your mind naturally goes to those spaces where you are thinking about, oh, I've got that ache or pain, or that emotion is coming up with something I might have triggered in what I was talking about, or there would have been maybe something on your mind if you're stressed. Allow yourself to just sit with the emotion, sit with the physical body, sit with the thoughts, and remembering that you're not your body, you're not your emotions even, or those thoughts. You are the observer. And when we become aware that we are the observer, it allows us that breathing space. It allows us to simultaneously connect to all three of those, to be in our axis. Just like the beautiful tree, which is grounded and rooted down in the earth, but its leaves are up high to the sky, to the sun, creating photosynthesis, that beautiful green energy from our sun, light, allowing the light in, going down its beautiful trunk, going down your central column, deep down into the earth. And I want you to visualize that. Allow your mind to focus on the visual of that as we just breathe to start with. In through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. And exhale. Inhale at your own rate, as much as you can. Hold for as long as you can. And then release slow as you can. Really sort of focusing in, slowing the breath, bringing yourself into the moment. Allowing that visual of the tree, you, your access, your growing roots down from your tailbone or from your feet if you're standing, down into the ground, connecting, being present. You want to take one hand to the heart, one hand to the lower dantian, our belly, and just breathe. And as we've been practicing, if you watched last week's or the week before, we were showing you how to just breathe for 3 minutes and really connect. So you can be doing that offline at any time. You can utilize these videos as guides for you to do that and practice. And I really invite you to do that without me being there, without any other guided meditations, and just being still and present with it. But for now, I'm here as a guide, as a reference for you to connect with your breath. In through the nose, out through the nose, not the mouth. The reason we do this in Qigong breath, we are speaking to the nervous system. We're telling the body that we are safe and all is well. We don't need to take in more oxygen and breathe out oxygen fast like we do if we're running or running from a predator. If you're feeling anxious and you feel like you are breathing fast, just place your hand on your heart. The brain instantly then becomes aware of the heart. We know this from HeartMath. And breathe and feel your heartbeat. Allow the racing heart to become the focus. Listening, feeling, and start to consciously breathe slower in and out. And I'm virtually placing my hand on your heart. Breathe with me, in sync with me. Bringing you back to calm, placing the hand on your lower gut, your belly. Being present, being aware. So allow the sounds. I'm in a park, so you'll probably hear like there's children riding their bikes past me. There's an ice cream van, oh, she's there, she hasn't pressed the ice cream van on. There's aeroplanes going over. You've probably got sounds where you are. It doesn't have to be perfectly silent. That's a misconception of meditation. In fact, If you truly meditate, you should be able to meditate anywhere. My favourite place is on the train and busy places, because it allows you to really hone into your own energy, to be in your own skin, and to feel the difference between your energy and others' energy around you, and to feel that not barrier, but the bubble around you, your own field, feeling your presence and being present in that, standing in your sovereignty, feeling that energy, like everything will bounce off. Just breathing in, breathing out. Feeling the presence of your body, of your breath, of the thoughts, of the visualization I've given you, of grounding, rooting down, like you've got roots going deep into the earth. And I'm going to take it in more of a visualization, in image therapy, we call this. But if your mind is taking you and guiding you somewhere else, and you please do that. This is just a guide. You listen to your own guidance over everybody else. Your inner being, when you're connected to it, is the most wizened. So, breathing sound. Calling in my higher self to reflect through light and sound. To demonstrate, to be. I want you to hold the visual of the tree as your access point, of your anchor point, for that grounding energy, as I'm going to go a little bit high. If it's convenient, maybe to ground, and after we finish, to drink lots of water, if I forget to say a lot of the time. Okay. Just breathe, allow the sound to bounce around you. If you feel called to express sound, please do so. But make sure it's coming from the heart. Let go of the ego. I've smudged this space in a permission slip for me to be in sacred space, in sacred harmony, in union with the mind, body and soul. Feel a sense of your body settling and balancing with your own being, your own presence, your breath. Let your breath ground you, let your body ground you. Breathing in, breathing out, settling. any disharmonics within the body, within the emotional field, within the mental field and the physical field. I am open and receptive to the highest aspect of my being in accordance with my guidance coming through me. Through this vessel, this being, in this now moment. Niachturk ta eait urmaya tai. Ishk na yekturk e anishk na irokto. Ik urk mi aishk urmay. There are many who believe that we cannot change, that we cannot change that which we see in front of us that feels as a lower or is of a lower density. But they are only one perception of that which is seen. There are many layers and many levels, just as there are many harmonies, many frequencies, and many beings. Are like an elevator? I give you an image for you to align with, for you to use as a permission slip. I give you the sound of my soul as it harmonizes with the frequency of all that is. For that which is in a concept of the Victorians and the Laron Council of Time, but they too are permission slips. And this being, even as she says these words, feels a harmony that is in all of the essence of what she calls love, compassion, the vibration of this resounding throughout the world, resounding throughout the being, for what many refer to as God, Goddess, Source, Universe. Allow this information to be breathed through your soul, breathe through your being. Whatever resonates, it is in harmony with your body, will be, and whatever does not will be pushed aside, will not even register. In turak tayashira tananaka, ianurak tia, ishuruk miata, yaneata, ianak turuk miashkia, yataya, nishkurakpa, irakta turuk miaite alaktum, irakturum as I resound. You may be feeling your emotions, you may be seeing images. Allow your body to ground with the fullness that is you. For I am a reflection, just as we all are of Source. The Maya that we see, the essence that is what we call reality, is intangible in this space where we are outside of time and space. In Daishkuro, this being feels her own disharmony within her body. She feels the disharmonics within the world and wants to align it to that which is in the highest form. There are many who have this intention. But it does not need to be for for just as the body needs to shift at times in disharmonics, like a melody that has become out of sync. Niatuku, niatukor kumeatir kturu kumeata. So to our perceptions. I feel her need to move the body, to allow the shift of energy flowing through her to harmonize with the physical. I invite you, as does she, to visualize the images, connecting to the earth, beautiful, rooted, grounded energy. Feel yourself like a pyramid above earth, a pyramid below earth, a diamond floating within, spinning so fast. And then feel that happening on the diagonal, either side, making a beautiful star. The being, the aura around you is just but one layer of the onion of your energy field. Just wait. Feel this. Just as she is hearing with her ears as the sound of the aeroplane goes by, think of the disharmonics as the aeroplane moves through the sky. It pushes away, it leaves a wake around the air as it goes round. So do you as you move through this earth. So does anything that is in disharmony with your field. Your field has a resonance, there's purity that is always there and always available to you, just like the air in your sky. When you resound with your heart and that energy, you allow yourself to just kind of feel sometimes those disharmonics or something moving through those fields. You become aware of those changes, those shifts. So breathe in and feel as if you are pushing out anything that's a disruption, any emotion that is not in accordance with your highest, any dis-ease within the body that is working its way through you that doesn't feel right will start to be released in this time, because you are attuning. If you are watching this video, you are tuning to that which is in the highest accordance to Earth's highest timelines, and they do not have any room for, they do not even, the sound is not even able to be heard in that time, space. And the more of us that hold that as the dominant template, I refrain, rewording. There are so many of us currently holding that template that is the permission slip that we are walking towards. That does not mean that others are holding a different channel, radio station. But this one is becoming so loud on your earth, and this vessel invites you to hold that with her, so that the rest of the world, it's like a conductor that is coming from the inside of your planet, from the highest of consciousness within the souls of humanity, that which you call God, Goddess, leading edge of creation, allowing that to become the melody that is heard throughout the matrix of this planet, the Earth, the Mother, Gaia. And as those other beings join together to hold that with you, beautiful synchronized melody is playing within the body, within the minds, and within your heart. Just breathe and feeling, and I invite you to join with me with that intention of that beautiful energy, for want of a better word, intention, prayer for humanity. And breathing it into each of our cells and each of the cells of those around us. Feel like we're leaves upon a tree. Remember the image I was saying about the tree and the roots? And that light is affecting all of the leaves on the tree as it's taking in the nutrients and it's taking in that, and at the same time we're drawing up from the depths of the darkness of the soil, of our history, of our past lives through time, pulling up information that is relevant, things that need to shift, things that need to change, things that need to evolve. It's the nutrients for our growth, rooted and anchored in this 3D world. And we, as a tree, as a being, as the tree of humanity, can see where there's sort of rot, roots, and the body of the tree naturally kind of cuts those bits out. It allows it to go within the soil, the history, and it's not a case of rights and wrongs and judgments. It's a case of understanding, of aligning, of not wanting anyone to be hurt, for example, allowing shifts and changes and growth is about the whole of humanity, not just about one or one race or one view, one concept. It's the whole, the body, the world. And this isn't just Earth, this is star beings, star families, or concepts of star beings and star families and past lives, lived from many different perspectives, and then allowing all of that soup of understanding to shift, to grow and to evolve. And not every part of the tree, there's different, some shoots, some are really old branches, then you've got other bits that are new growth, new happenings, but it's all connected, everything. And I want you to take it on a personal note, because that's more of a collective, deep, profound, is to think of your own life and your own family and your own tree roots, past lives, billions back, if you like. And we're not responsible for our ancestors, but we might have trapped in ourselves. We know, for example, that people that have lived in areas of there's great conflict in their cells, they react differently to stresses because they've had that stress constantly. So their cells have evolved through the memory, the cellular memory, as to have we as beings through time and through genetics, if you like, to give us a kind of a level of where I'm going here. But I want you to visualize this sort of tree and any roots, anything from past, as it's now dissolving into the soil of our understanding. It's becoming our growth for us to shift, to change, to evolve. to being in the highest aspect of ourselves, so that we can demonstrate that as individuals, as collectives, as groups, and as we do so, it mirrors out. It's the part of the harmonics, the symphony of sound, of frequency, of vibration, of who we are as beings on this earth, and who we be as beings with the earth, in conjunction with the earth. The earth too has this evolution through trees, through plants, through animals, and the minerals in the sands through time, just as the sands were once shells and the deserts were once the beds of oceans. And feel the strength in your core, and take with you from this meditation this grounded, anchored, earthly sense of the tree. Although the tree we think of it as a static thing, it moves, it bends, like the wood element that we are in, that growth. It expands and contracts depending on the frequency of heat and cold, hot and cold. Or think of the frequency of high frequency, it expands, it can crack and bend and break when it's in that cold, lower density energy. Allow the warmth to flow through you, allow that to be the energy, and the energy of love. So we're going to give it a colour, so you feel this colour wrapping around you, and I'm going to say green with the heart, but you can add pink, whatever resonates with you, and just feel it blanketing all around. And then a beautiful blue around your throat. It's the communication colour, working with Mercury, and this depth of growth through this energy, and allowing it visualize almost in the harmony of what we think of as the chakra colors, going up through like a rainbow of understanding, a rainbow bridge, if you like, people thinking of that as to heaven, but more in a sense of the prism that you see in crystals, the diamond shape that I gave you, that prism of light that's flowing through you, light and sound. And the colour that's predominantly around this month was this beautiful, creative, orangey colour, fiery energy of Leo, burning. And think of like a burning away, and then that ash is what the nutrients is. We're kind of that heating up, highering a frequency, sun on the body, sun within the cells, light going through and into the cells, allowing that to expand through the space within your cells, and the micro, macro, expanding across our planet, allowing it to flow across all of humanity, around you, your family, your friends, your loved ones. Like you're sending out a love bomb, if you like, but it's not giving and not getting back. It's the more you send out, the more it just expands. It's the breath. And then I want you to exhale through the nose slowly, and when you're exhaling, you're seeing how you too are receiving from others that are doing the same, this beautiful back and forth expansion of energy flowing through you, flowing through me, flowing through everyone, connecting, flowing through the earth that's there, that's always there, that's never gone anywhere. We're not making it up, we're not creating it, it's there anyway. We're connecting, we're remembering it, we're remembering, reattaching to it. And then bring your awareness back more into your body, to your breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, in through the nose and out through the nose, and bringing back with it any understandings, any wisdoms, any rememberings, any visions that are coming to you, any sounds into your memory that need to surface. And taking this with you into the body, allowing yourself and your cells to hold that. Rub your fingers together take them up to the chin, slowly swooping them over the head, down, around the chest, and down the body, and shake off. And if you can touch the ground, just touch the ground. So, thank you for joining me. That went a completely different, as it always does, different direction than I anticipated, but I completely give myself over to what is meant to come through. So I had planned on doing a nice simple meditation for you guys, for the people that are here, and to do with the Qigong, and some channeling came through. So apologies if you were expecting just a normal boring guided meditation. I don't think there's any such thing. So just to elaborate on some wisdom that was coming through, please let me know in the comments anything that came through for you. And I will be here every week. I will be doing the Qigong, and we'll do the meditation as well. So I want to continue to do that. But the information, so in connection to the grief, it's about the sadness and the grief of what is happening in the world, and there's lots of people that are asking about this, me included, and I was given because the answers that come through are always a bit like non-Pacific, and I always find that a bit, not that, or sometimes they're so Pacific it's just frustrating, like, but we are always given that which we need, not necessarily what we want. And anything that we need to know is always given to us. So this is the information to share. This grief that is being seen in the heart of the world is opening, and has been opening for the last 5 years, as more and more people become more aware, more and more people are waking up to their own understanding, their own divine connection. But this isn't like, so I was asking, or have been asking, what can I do to make a difference? How can we physically make a difference? And we can all make a difference with our intention. Whether you think of it as a permission slip, whether you think what I've just been doing is nuts and doesn't resonate with, it's irrelevant. What is relevant is your thoughts, and in Pacific, your thoughts connected to the emotion that you are expressing with those thoughts and those intentions. So allow yourself, when you connect, when you meditate, to connect to the deep love and compassion, and then visualize how that is a healing for first you, your body, your friends, your family, and yourselves. And then as you heal, every one of us that heals is like a little ripple, like more and more lights going on a board. And what I was seeing is more and more collective people that are understanding. It's like a dominant sound frequency tuning fork that becomes so loud that even those that are deaf to it because they do not understand it, they do not even hear it because it's not on their radio station, their station no longer can act in the same way, because it's just that it like takes over all the radio stations, if you like, if that makes sense. And that dominant frequency is coming from the light that's affecting the planet, and it's having a profound effect on everyone, individuals as well as collective groups, consciousness, the way we feel about our food itself, science, technology, everything right across the board, in a magical way in some respects, but scarily in another. But if you are open to allowing your intention, allowing how you speak, how you communicate, how you hold your energy, that energy can have like a tuning fork effect, an anchor, if you like, for others to walk across, like a bridge of colour, this rainbow bridge of where we are. between these two worlds, and this is where it's really, really close, and then that divide is going to get bigger and bigger, and some will just have chosen to be on a different timeline. It doesn't mean that they can't still jump, it gets harder in a way. I still didn't get my question asked. I want to pull one more card regarding what is happening. So, regarding death that's happening on multiple levels, what is it we need to know? The fire snake, live from the heart. It's to open the heart, it's to open the stars of understanding that from those points of death, from those lives, will benefit everyone on the planet, because they take with them their understanding, they take with them their desire, I suppose. Heart-led living. We're being asked to live from the heart in the moment, and in doing so, some people, for their heart to be shocked, awake, it would have to be something major, is what we talked about many years ago. I'm just seeing fire. Fire is anger, fire is courage, people taking courage to speak from their hearts, to speak up from their heart, is what's being shown. I'm also seeing the snake is a sense of deceit as well, silver tongue, hold the tongue, people being muted, told not to speak, their heart's telling them otherwise. It teaches them how to listen to their heart, to listen to what's right, to listen to their own intuition. So they're no longer muzzled. Silvery tongue, sparks, and also the Kundalini fire, that passion is rising. This is to do with the stars in the night sky. Awakening in our heart. To me, that's about the energy of the galactic that is having a profound effect on what's happening here. Possibly because we as collectors are asking for that, so therefore we're creating that and manifesting that to be reality. Anyway, so thank you for joining me. Longer than I expected as well. I'll leave this up, but yeah, hopefully we'll probably be just doing Qigong. I might do them separately because it feels a bit like I want to still do the meditations, but I also want to do the movements. Anyway, love and blessings, and thank you for your time.